bid. And we do have money set aside for the purchase of site furnishings in the capital budget for this project. So staff is looking for the committee's recommendation and then moving it on to City Council for adoption this evening so we can place the order for the materials.
Andy, did you have anything to add?
No, I think I don't want to say self-explanatory, but it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, I mean, we were looking for this type of furniture, so that was nothing out of the ordinary.
And two of the tables are ADA accessible
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, there's a version with 3 seats which would allow an open 4-seat for ADA needs.
And the idea with the terrace chairs is to really kind of pilot the system. They're going to be kind of free-flowing chairs that people can move around the site as needed. So Jake and Parks and Rec staff are going to kind of keep an eye on it, see if any of them are stolen, see if that's a problem, but also just see how they're used and where they go and kind of see the flow, because we might want to order more or we might want to go in a different direction.
And are they stackable?
They are stackable. Yep.
Doug, did you have anything? Okay.
Maybe I missed it. What is the lofty receptacle with lid? Is it
Trash receptacle.
right? Okay.
Yeah, and I do, if the council does want to see photos, I can pull them up for the council meeting if that would be of interest.
And then it appears that the extended price is less per item than if you multiplied by the unit price. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else?
Sorry,
Andy?
I should have looked this up. Do you know by chance what we had allotted? I know in the fiscal note it says kind of the overall budget for the park or pieces of the park. Do you know what we had allotted for the furniture itself?
Yeah, for furniture itself, it was about 100,000, but then there are some other items that we will be purchasing kind of separate from this.
Is that bench coming out of the furniture?
So the wood seat tops for the curved seat wall will be part of that 100,000. The bike repair station and the Adirondack chairs also remain to be purchased.
And is furniture for the shelter also going to be part of that?
I don't know that it was part of this site furnishings. I think that's part of the overall concession stand portion of the budget.
Okay.
Thanks.
Anyone else? Okay, all in favor, or Joan, do you need a
Yes.
roll call? Can we have a roll call?
Alder Kitzler?
Aye.
Alder Wood?
Aye.
Okay.
Do you need me to vote?
Nope.
Motion passes. The only other item is the bills.
Yeah, Mr. Hotaker couldn't be here this evening. He's out sick, so I'll be happy to answer questions best I can on the bills. Generally speaking, pretty straightforward. The only items that I would draw your attention to would be, I guess it would be page 9 of the packet. Veerbecker, there's a couple of site plan reviews for some projects that are coming forth under review. So that's the $3,354 for that. If we go to page 12, capital undergrounding, about $11,000. That is for, Joan, remind me what that one was for? Dump truck?
It was the capital, yeah, I just said what it was, that
Oh.
I didn't know what the project was, but it's in the budget,
Okay.
on a capital budget item.
And then the one right underneath that, Charter Communications, that's for the charter portion of utility undergrounding for the Bridge Road project. The other component of that will be discussed this evening for the other utility. And then on page 13.
Sorry. So we already paid like charter for the undergrounding, even though it hasn't happened yet?
Yeah, yep,
Okay.
because that one came in well under the initial bid. And then the next one's the Hamburg contract. That's the fourth payment for Hamburg's construction contract for the Riverfront project. Those were the big ticket ones that I saw looking through it.
If I could interject, the charter, if you look back at a previous accounts payables report, you'll see the charter was also paid that same amount. What happened was I put that amount on a check for regular monthly services, and they needed a separate check. So the original check we received back, the physical check, and avoided it, and now this is a repayment to make it correct for them.
Gotcha.
Apparently, their vast accounting department couldn't handle splitting it.
Any other questions?
Do
Doug?
we know on the Hamburg, do we know, are they on schedule? And then what is the date?
It's a little bit of a moving target because of the weather. There's a couple milestones in the contract. They believe they're going to be able to hit it's the May 31st, June 1st date for kind of the infrastructure work. It's the rest of the park build out that they're a little unsure of because of McGann construction being in some of the areas where they need to stage because of weather and other things. So that piece we're still kind of working out the schedule for kind of the park build out.
Okay, but the road will be done? Okay.
That's my understanding from the last construction meeting. Yep.
All right.
I've got a question on page 15, the Verbecker bill for the Interlake Drive house rebuilding. Is that something that we will eventually get reimbursed for, or? how does that work?
Those are all, billed back to the
Okay.
applicant, if you will. Yep.
Okay. And then I think I had one other one, but let me see what it is here. Oh, on the Monona Bank bill on page 23, late fee and interest. Do we typically, I didn't look back, do we typically end up paying a late fee or interest, or is this just a special?
No, what happened there, Mark did try to dispute that charge and wasn't successful. I mailed that check 6 days at least before it was due. And our post office, the post office system apparently was late. They didn't receive it, so we got dinged. And it was, because there's no reason why we should have gotten a late fee. We paid it well on time.
Yeah.
So I don't, and Mark tried to make that case, and they weren't having it, so.
Well, that's unfortunate, because there's a fair amount of interest,
I know. I was,
or late fee or whatever, yeah.
and they won't listen, to anyone but the person on the account, which would be Mark. So I couldn't have called and also tried to talk to him, so it's,
Okay.
not that I would have been successful either,
Yeah.
obviously, but,
It just kind of jumped out.
yep.
Anybody else have anything?
Nope.
Is there a motion to accept the bills?
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.